tears streaming down my face, my entire being flaming with sadness, such as words cannot describe. Yes, I agree with you, dear friend, that the fastest way to spoil your day is to let yourself watch the news for a few moments. Right now, I am unable to deliver myself from the torture of watching horrid scenes of war and devastation. The sound of drones dropping bombs over parts of Gaza assail my heart, and yet again I see houses tumbling down like a pack of cards. Badly torn, burnt bodies of innocent civilians litter the streets. Only moments ago, those corpses were living souls, foraging for something to eat. And from elsewhere in the United States, a man shouting "Free Palestine! Free Palestine!" has just shot dead a Jewish couple who were engaged to be married. Lord have mercy. But that unspeakable outrage is soon drowned by the cacophony of voices of women, men and children whose loved ones have just been cut down. For months and months, this has been the fate of Gaza, all because of the monumental indiscretion of the terror group called Hamas, when they brutally killed over 1,000 defenseless young Jews on October 7, 2023, and taken hundreds of hostages. Oh, how costly that has turned out to be for Gazans. How blood has continued to flow like water in the streets of Gaza, and tens of thousands, mostly innocent civilians, women, children and men, have paid with their lives. And yet the brutal crackdown continues. Rather sadly, things appear to be going out of hand as watchers accuse Israel of jettisoning rules of engagement chronicled in the Geneva Convention. She is now said to be using hunger as a weapon of war. Some others have accused Israel of indiscriminate killing of the weak and vulnerable, which also contravenes the Geneva Convention. Suddenly, Israel stopped the United Nations from distributing aids to the starving citizens, and a new agency called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation was floated by certain American contractors. In less than a week of this new agency taking over, we are now witnessing chaotic scenes of tens of innocent food seekers killed by Israeli soldiers. As at the last count, over 100 citizens have been killed. The IDF has claimed that soldiers shot at suspected terrorists. The new agency is said to have only 4 distribution centers, as against the hundreds manned by the United Nations Refugee Agency. The United Nations, as well as the Norwegian Refugee Agency, have continued to call for a return to the old order so that the over 9,000 trucks of relief materials in UNRWA's possession can be better distributed. But the calls have so far fallen on deaf ears, even as chaotic scenes continue to emerge from the distribution centers. At these centers, it is a return to the jungle, where only the fittest, only the strongest survive. The weak and vulnerable stand no chance of getting a hand on something to take away. Gangs of young men are having a field day, ferreting away everything in sight. Head of the Red Cross, Miss Mirjana Spoljarik, has again described Gaza as hell on earth. She says the world is watching as a people is stripped of its human dignity. So true. What is going on, I ask? Does President Trump not know about this latest chaotic disaster that Gaza has become? Isn't it time to rein in on Israel and insist on returning to the old order of United Nations distributing relief materials? How much longer shall this vengeful war go on? We, all lovers of peace, condemn what Hamas did, killing innocent and defenseless Jews nearly 2 years ago. We condemn terrorism in all its forms and shapes. May their sponsors be continually exposed and sanctioned. We also condemn those who prosecute wars without due regard to the Geneva Convention and sanctity of life. Really, what has become of our world? Have we chosen to stand by and watch our world burn with hate and sink in blood? Indeed, have we lost our humanity? We all, it seems, are raging against heaven and against God, who is too holy to behold iniquity. Yes, I speak not as a writer, nor as a minister of the gospel, but as a lover of peace and mankind. I speak as one who serves a living God, the embodiment of righteousness and justice, the only true God, who has no pleasure in wickedness, and with whom evil cannot dwell. Therefore, I call on everyone everywhere to cast aside the garb of religiosity and speak with one voice as one united living force bound together by one indivisible humanhood, and say no more to wars. No more wars. No to further bloodletting in Gaza and Ukraine. If you agree with me, comment no to wars, yes to peace. This is Chim Newton, saying peace be unto you all.